All right. How's everyone doing today? Um, so I got a request to take a look at Pundi X. Um, I have heard of Pundi X before. I remember when it first came out. There was a lot of hype about it, and then it kind of died down. And to be honest, I didn't hear from it. I didn't hear about it for a while. So we're gonna take a look at Pundi X right now. Um, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I haven't really done a whole lot of research, so I'm kind of doing the same, like the research, like in mid. I've read a little bit, but I'm kind of just looking at everything right now. So let's check it out here. Now I apologize if the video isn't here. Something's wrong with my camera. I'll figure that out later. um, but yeah, let's take a look at Pundi X here. So Pundi X has it has a rank of 164. Um, I usually so I usually don't really look at the price all that much um because of the fact that we've kind of been in a bear market for a long time. And now we're crawling out of it. So if a project excuse me, I'm kind of sniffing a little bit, but if a project has um, a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Momentum. If a project has a lot of momentum around this time, it's kind of a good thing. So Pundi X, I don't think has a lot of momentum right now. There's really not a lot of people talking about it, um, and but that does not mean that it is a bad crypto project or that it's not successful. I kind of talk about projects such as Pundi X before, and I said this about Holochain and other like crypto projects that are ranked. I don't know, anywhere from like the 70s to the 200s. Um, there's going to get to a point to where there's only going to be a couple of projects out there. Um, I personally believe that only about, I would say about 40, 45 projects will make it overall. I mean, overall. So I'm talking about like 10, 15 years down the road. I'm not talking about, right now. I mean, everything's going to make money. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is the crypto market. There's going to be a lot of people jumping in. So let's take a look at Pundi X. Their market cap, we're looking at right now $43 million. The total volume, it's a low volume of 2 million. $200. The circulating supply is a lot, 234 billion. And then we're looking at for the total supply around 258 billion. So already because of the total supply, and I know everyone's going to tell me, oh well, you just can't look at the total supply and the circulating supply, and it just doesn't tell you how much you're going to be able to make, or if it's ever going to be able to get to $1 or anything like that. The reality of it is going to be extremely difficult. There is something called supply and demand. It is a real thing. And if you look at Bitcoin only has 21 million coins. The supply and demand is there. Like there's an obvious graph there that we can clearly see. So when we're looking at these small market caps, we need to make sure that we understand what the total supply is. Now, obviously, there's a reason why the total supply is so much, right? If we look at Ethereum, Bitcoin, all of those have to be mined, but Pundi X or MPXS doesn't have to be mined. So it's already all out there, kind of like XRP. It's already all out there. So my main thing, without even looking, going further, because we are going to look a little bit into Pundi X. My main thing is how it's going to be used, right? If you have a total supply, I don't care if you have a total supply of 500 billion. If everybody in the world is going to be using it in a specific manner, then yes, you need that many tokens or coins in your total supply. Uh, if you're trying to create a solution to a problem, you definitely want to have the liquidity, and you also you want to have enough. Um, Basically, you want to have the liquidity there, okay, so that you can well do whatever you need to do. So I said this before, and I say this again. So with Pundi X, um, we'll take a look at it. The main things that I'm going to be looking at is its functionality, what it is functions in PXS, and then also how does it affect the crypto space, right? So we go over here and we take a look. We already see there are different associations, already connected to Pundi X, Sasi Blockchain Indonesia, AmCham, SFA, Singapore. Okay, FinTech Association. FinTech is FinTech is FinTech, so it's kind of a big thing. FinTech of Hong Kong, FinTech of Indonesia. So already I can see right now just by looking at this is that obviously it is a product. They do have a working product out right now. It's not like there's nothing going on. One of the main things that I like to do is I like to shorten up things. So while I'm doing my own research and looking at exactly exactly what Pundi X is, um, I like to look at other people's reviews because, well, it just makes it all the more simpler. Um, if I learned this in research, if someone has already done the research, why do the research of the research? Like you're just killing yourself at that point. So you want to read what other people have reviewed and talked about, and that's kind of what we're going to do with Pundi X. Um, Now, as I stated before, Pundi X was out there a long time ago. I remember back in 2017, and a lot of people were talking about it's the next big thing. But we're just going to go over a review. Looks like by Change Now. Excuse me. And we're going to take a look at what they have to say about it. I like the term change now because I'm a huge anime fan, as most of you guys have already kind of figured that out by now. And the one of the guys on the Ginyu Force, like when he wants to change bodies, is like change now. But anyway, going back to Pundi X, we're looking at the review here. So it basically, this article here, I did read a little bit of it, but I'm gonna go over it just a little bit just to kind of break it down. So basically, what is Pundi X? So Pundi X is a decentralized project focused on simplifying crypto trading and making the purchase a lot simpler for the traders. NPXS tokens developers focus on Ethereum-based point-of-sale smart devices distributed to thousands of retailers. Now, this tells me a lot right here. When I'm looking at projects, obviously this is a working product. And it's working even now. But the fact that they're focused on having Ethereum based point of sale smart devices is a very smart move. Obviously, anything making Ethereum more efficient is going to help out in the long run for Ethereum. Now, with this specific project and their NXPX coins, I believe it's called NPXS coins or tokens. It depends on how that's going to be used. But I'm going to let people know right now, everyone know right now. Look, Ethereum has a lot of backing, and there's a lot of people working on a lot of projects with Ethereum to help Ethereum be a little bit more functional, faster, efficient. So there's going to be a lot of projects for Ethereum. So in return, the retailer can accept the crypto payments in Pundi X from the users. The Pundi X system has lower transaction fees for the retailers, making it a preferable system of exchange. Makes sense. It was designed to connect to the Ethereum blockchain with X plugins through two layers. The communication layer takes over the work of delivering the buying request, whereas the blockchain layers record the sales transactions. Pundi X is an excellent platform for a small store as they get effective chances, to interact with the blockchain. The primary aim of this project is to emerge as the most prominent crypto sales network. Now, that last when was this? I think this was in April 2020. Did it say? Yeah, April 14, 2020. So this is this year, which is good. But that last thing that they said, the primary aim of this project is to emerge as the most prominent crypto sales network. That's going to be a problem. The reason why I say that's going to be a problem is the fact that there is a lot of competition right now. And Pundi X, I will say, was kind of ahead of the game in what they wanted to do, but from what I recall and from what I remember, Coinbase has their own card. They partner with Visa and Mastercard to have their own cryptocurrency, kind of like transactions and stuff. So while it is great that Pundi X is doing what they're doing, the reality of it is that they actually do have competition. Um, Remember, I said in the last video, you always want to be first at something. If you're going to be first at something, you're going to have to make it count. I said the same thing about Holochain as well. If Holochain is going to be first at something and comes out, if it has competition, if their competition does better or has better marketing or everything. Look, people, I'm going to say this again. Everything is all about marketing. If you don't know how to market, I don't care how good your product is. I just don't care how good your product is. It's not going to go anywhere. I don't know if Pundi X had great marketing skills or what happened, but I do know that they had a whole lot of hype and then they kind of went down. And I don't know from the looks of it, especially if we look at the market cap and we look at its ranking at 164, we can tell that it's not necessarily popping right now. So with the help of POS devices, point of sale devices, the firm intends to make offline purchases from cryptocurrency more accessible and common to customers. It can be safely said that Pundi X will be supporting crypto adoption by bringing customers closer to technology and connecting the crypto world. This is awesome. Like I said, it's not like this is a bad project or anything like that. The fact of the matter is that right now, a lot of people just aren't selling their cryptocurrency. There's not, when the world changes and everyone is like, hey, yo, how much is that car? Well, sir, that's a couple of ether. All right, you guys take a, you guys have a card I can use. Well, yeah. You have a Pundi S account? Yeah, I got a Pundi S. I got it. Until we get to that point, I believe that this is going to be a struggle because while it is like what Cardano wants to bring adoption to the world, Ripple XRP wants to bring adoption to the world. And also, there's one of the big things here is it talks about being able to make purchases offline as well, and obviously that is a huge benefit. To be able to make purchases and do things offline, that way you don't have the dependence of online anything. I do see this as especially with offline transactions. I do see this as a possible, well, not a problem. I do see the government really having a whole lot of pushback on something like this, and this is one of the reasons why I don't think it's popular here in the U.S., and I don't think it ever will be. Not that Pundi X is not going to make it or that it won't take off, but the fact of the matter is that I believe that it's going to be a struggle in the U.S. To do those things. So. Now it can be purchased and changed now. Local trade, Huobi, and Coinbase. I have a look at Coinbase because I don't remember seeing Pundi X on there. But if it is, it is. But it says essentially safe keep all your Pundi X coins in a wallet. You can choose any hardware or software wallet that supports the storage and trading of Pundi X. Um, and obviously, it just shows you that you can buy Pundi X from Change Now. It talks about how can you mine Pundi X? No, you can't. Um, and let's see here, going down, it's just talking about the different wallets. Obviously, the Pundi X wallet, the Ledger Nano S. Um, I have one of those as well. My Ether wallet, I think I have some Ether on there. I have no idea. MetaMask, I know I got Ether on MetaMask, and I have no idea where it's at. I have a lot of cryptocurrency all like spread out all over the place, and like when everything pops off, I'm gonna be like, where, what is my password? Like I have like all my passwords like hidden, obviously in a safe place. So it's like, oh man, like I really don't have a lot of money, so I'm not worried about anybody trying to attack me. Like why? Like bruh, yeah, you're better off just stopping somebody on the side of the street and asking them for money. But anyway, the point is that this is to me, this looks like a very solid project. But like I've said before, and I will tell everybody, and I will say this again, I'm going to say this again. I'm not a professional advisor or anything like that. I'm not a professional or anything, but let me tell you something. Well, I might be a professional coach, but we won't talk about that. Everyone thinks that they're a professional coach, especially in basketball. But there is a there's a problem. There's a problem with how should I say this? There's a problem with the timing of Pundi X. Um, Obviously, you want to have your product out, but I think that with all of this, other people are really just trying to purchase cryptocurrency off from exchanges, and then they're trying to cash out. They're not trying to spend their cryptocurrency. And me personally, I'm not trying to spend my cryptocurrency. Now, this will bring about adoption. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with looking ahead of time because obviously they're going to need, like I was saying before in my last video, you look at XRP, they were like, hey, look here, y'all banks can do whatever y'all want, but hey, we're cheaper than Swift and more efficient than Swift, and we're going to save you a whole lot more money. But if you want to waste your money on Swift and all of these centralized places, you can. But we Ripple have a product where you can exchange um, funds very quickly, very easily. The IMF even brought it up as well. So, and by the way, there's a lot of background stuff going on. There's a lot of things going on. I will say with Pundi X, one of the things that I do like about Pundi X is I said about the last project that I talked about as well when it came to Zilliqa being in Singapore, being based out of Singapore. That's going to help a whole hell of a lot. So right now, it's not it's not popular right now. And it's not that it and honestly I think it's not popular because of the fact that while this is a great product to have, especially if you have something to where you can just use your Pundi X card or whatever to pay for stuff, it's great. But the problem is that it's going to be difficult because the competition is there. MasterCard and Visa are jumping into the game. We know that. So when it comes to transactions per second, people really don't care about transactions per second. They care about price. So if you look at you going in the store and you're ordering something and you use your card, it really doesn't take that long. You put your card in, you put your password in, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're out of there, right? But if it's cheaper, like, and I think that that's their goal is to have a cheaper way. Hey, we have our system here where people can use their cryptocurrencies as well as use whatever you want to do. But yeah, I really don't see it being popular at the moment because of the fact that people are not using the cryptocurrency for everyday purchases. And if they are, well, I don't know. Hey, look here. I guess you can do that, but I don't really see the point. Um, And obviously, back in the day, it says over the past month, Bitcoin's prices skyrocketed from roughly 9,000 to over 18K per token. Um, but up until the end of the article, blah, 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 this is the end of 2020. It's just basically talking about price predictions. So, in a way, that is kind of like sort of my little review of Pundi X. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't think it was when I've looked at everything. I really don't think I'm not like super duper excited about this project, but I will say that once um cryptocurrency takes off, this project can very well like 10x for sure because of the fact like it's just the timing. It's just that this product cannot be used right now. Once, like I said before, and I'm repeating myself, so I'm going to end it kind of like right there. But once we're at the point to where we're all understanding that where we're all using cryptocurrency for our exchanges and stuff like that, and I mean out of exchanges, then we'll be fine. But yeah, I think Pundi X has a lot of first off, a lot of resistance from other competition, and then there's going to be resistance because of the fact that people just aren't using their cryptocurrency. Um, once the like I said, once the world changes, it will. I've repeated myself like 5 times already. So if you made it this far, kudos to you. I really appreciate that. But but at the end of the day, that's kind of my review on Pundi X. If you guys have any questions or concerns or want to say anything or want me to look at any other project, please feel free to hit me up. I really do like looking at different projects. I do think at the end of the day, I do think Pundi X is a great project, but being a great project and being successful in making it are indeed two different things because there's a lot of projects out there. Now, I will say this: I don't think NPSX. I don't think that Pundi X is a or its token. I don't think it's a shit coin, but I do believe that it's gonna run into a lot of resistance. But anyway, thank you guys very much. You've just been hit with the crypto truth. Hopefully you guys got something from it.